We offer a variety of practice management services. Again, trying to find the right services for each client, and that can include. On the practice side, we can step in and provide all of the back office functions, all of the payables, payroll services, benefit administration, and that stuff is oftentimes difficult for a smaller mid-sized practice to find the right kind of people to provide those services.
We can do outsourcing to us, so we can do your billing, we can do your collections, we can do your payrolls, we can do your reporting, your financial reporting, and all of that's done here in Centralia through the internet. So we can provide anything that your business office can provide, but we do it off-site, and we actually do it with your equipment, or the physician's equipment, so we don't house any of their information here in Centralia. We keep it on site so they can have access to it at any time.
We're basically right on a fiber optic superhighway that runs parallel to I-5, and we tap into that, and it's like we're in your back room. And we log in, and we can monitor all of the vital signs of the operation, generate claims, work denials, and we're very proud of that aspect of our service.
Not just Kevin and Barb, but then the people, Marjorie and Jennifer, that I work with on a daily, weekly basis. We have an open line of communication, and they've taken unquestionably the deepest personal level of commitment to my account that I could ever expect from an employee that worked for me. And so it's not that I feel like I've outsourced to an organization where then it becomes a group of people that that I'm not connected to anymore. It's almost like I have all the benefits of another employee, but not the administrative challenges that come with having an extra employee. So Marjorie and Jennifer, the personal touch can't be understated, the value of that.
The other piece of the practice management then is where we come into the facility, which is mainly what I would do, and come in and spend a year to 18 months probably in the practice, working hand in hand with the people on site to help them get up to speed on what they're doing. A lot of HR work is what I do, trying to find out who's doing their job well and who needs to not be there, and those kinds of issues that we deal with. I do a lot of policy and procedure development for physicians in their practice, but I have to be there in order to know what those might be, how they do things, and what they need documented.
We had to have a system set up for billings and collections. We had to have a system set up for how to allocate our overhead between the partners of the business. Those are all things that were very, very important, but I think the 5 physicians really had no ability or interest in those issues.
No practice can afford smaller mid-size really to have a CEO or a CFO. What you get with strategic ancillaries is a team of people that can provide fractions of their time to them, and so you get the very highest level of quality at a fraction of the cost. For our ancillaries, those are a whole different animal than the practice. There's a different language, different set of contractual requirements. For instance, in the contracting arena alone, carving out procedures and getting the highest possible reimbursements is so important, rather than just signing a standard issue contract that they might present. And even in some cases, a payer won't even elect to contract with the facility. And that's where we bring our relationships, our contacts, and our history and knowledge of the markets to bring to the facility and to the client the best possible contracts. The other thing that we do that I think is really unique, we're not just a billing company. We're actually a strategic business partner. We're constantly looking ahead to the next year, to the next 5 years, and we sit down on an annual basis with each client. We try to have an annual practice retreat where we'll take a brief look at where we were for the past year. How did we do? Grade ourselves. What objectives did we meet? Where did we fall short? But more importantly, we're looking ahead. Where are we going to take this group? How can we grow the bottom line? What are the marketing initiatives? What should we be doing in the way of recruiting? Where are we with respect to our competition? And what do we need to do to grow the practice or grow the ancillary further? And so we've had marvelous success in that area. The other piece is in the monthly reporting, is generating that dashboard that gives the practice management team the vital signs, what's going on a almost a real-time basis, and interpreting the data rather than just throwing a bunch of data at them. So we've developed some great snapshot reports that give them trending information, vital signs, and help them make good real-time decisions on, minor changes in our business plan, fine corrections that get us back on track and meeting objectives.
By going through and knowing how to handle these old cases that we had and the ongoing processes that we were instituting, well, all I can tell you is that when I saw what the deposits were doing after they got started, it wasn't long until I realized that this practice was worth a lot more than I thought it was, and they're the ones that brought that to light.